They need to come in for questioning. Orders came straight from Minister Lee.
This situation is diplomatically sensitive. The Empress would prefer that no one behave rashly. Ah, Commander, you arrived. Let's take a seat. This is my favorite sushi in Yukaineng. I would make a recommendation, but everything is good.
You honor us, esteemed Navan. What would you like today?
I'll have the yellowtail and the triple temaki, please.
I'll take a bowl of white rice.
You don't care for sushi, Detective?
Don't eat anything that looks like it should still be moving.
I see.
And for you.
Detective, I understand how this all looks.
You mean the fact terrorism follows you around like a bad smell?
It's because we've been on the trail of a terrorist, an Aether Blade named Anka. She ordered the Aether Blade attacks, and she released Su-Wan.
Do you have any proof? Any at all?
Look, I know you've got a file going on me. You probably already understand me better than I do.
True.
So what sounds more likely? That I put millions of lives in danger? Or that I'm pursuing the person who did?
Let's hear what Navan has to say.
Thank you. Now, everyone, if we could...
Commander, I'm afraid I need to ask you to come with me.
Captain, we are in the process of negotiating a civil resolution.
Humblest apologies, esteemed Navan, but Lady June wants to see to this personally.
Detective, can you tell your colleague to stand down?
He's not my colleague, he's a gussied-up rent-a-cop. Go back to Junlai, Captain Fa. The real police are on the case.
Detective, the event in question took place on Junlai property, and under the autonomy resolution, a corporate entity may claim jurisdiction to whatever...
If the resolution is in the primary interest of the corporate entity.
Captain, I need to remain free to pursue the Elder Dragon your corporate entity was keeping under Kaineng.
Junlai Jade is not now, nor have we ever been, in possession of some...
Thousands of people saw a dragon emerge from the water near your facility. Please, listen to what the commander has to say.
Very well.
What do you know? Restraint from a corporate stooge.
Time grows short, Commander. You asked to speak with me, so speak. Lady June won't be so easily mollified. You'd better find your terrorists, and soon.
I didn't realize you were such a smooth talker.
You said you have a plan, Navan?
Ah, yes. First, where do you stand, Detective? Do you still insist on taking the commander in?
No. I've seen and heard enough to convince me the commander's got a job to do. But I'm coming along. If things are as bad as you say they are, well, you need me. If they're not, then I get any sense I'm being played.
You're not.
I borrowed something from the Ministry of Intelligence for you, Commander. It will disguise your face, but nothing else.
Intel gets all the best toys.
I know somewhere you can use as a base of operations. A historic refuge. It's just east of here, in the Echovolt Forest. The detective and I will go first to clear any potential roadblocks. You, Commander, will meet us at the city gates.
Hey, Commander. You there? We need to talk.
I assume this is about the fallout from Junlai Jade?
Fallout? They are talking about a tribunal, Commander. Half the ministers want to deport us all immediately.
Has anyone been able to smooth things over with June?
No. It's taking all my charm to keep her from kicking me out.
No one at the reactor was willing to listen either. There was some evidence of an Aetherblade presence, but no trace of Anka herself.
And Aureen's brand is still spreading, hampering repair efforts.
I just met with Navan. She has a plan to help.
Which means the Empress is probably on our side.
Exactly. Navan is taking me to a sanctuary in the Echovolt Forest, somewhere we can plan our next move. Detective Rama's thrown his impressive hat in with us as well. Jory Gorik, meet me in Echovolt. Kaz, Taimi, keep doing what you're doing.
Following the young reactor explosion, NINSEC has issued.
Haven't seen Connie in a couple days. Think she's okay?
We didn't hear.
I see you got out of Kaining without any trouble, Commander.
I'd love to open that disguise tech up and take a little look.
Don't even think about it. You break that thing, and the commander will be on a one-way trip back to Xinjie.
So, where's that safe haven you mentioned, Navan?
Right behind us.
Arborstone. My grandma used to tell me stories. Family lore is we're part Zuhelzer. They built this place. It was one of the great houses of the Kurziks.
For centuries. Until it was abandoned when they were conquered by the Ministry of Purity.
Due respect, ma'am, but safe haven? This place isn't exactly subtle.
No. But its occupants are no friends of the Canthan authorities. You'll be safe here. Come. See. the entrance is just ahead.
You mean right past the shadow monsters?
What? No, it can't be.
Did somebody spike my coffee with a boga juice? Or was that Mordrum, Risen, and Branded all fighting together?
I thought so too, but on closer inspection, they appeared to be constructs of some kind, made up of an unidentified magic, not the same one we found in the reactor.
Perhaps we should move this discussion into the warded cathedral. Unless you prefer to conduct further research firsthand.
No, that's not necessary. Commander, I'm not trying to panic, but what on Tyria did we just encounter?
If they're a new kind of dragon minion, they must belong to Suwon.
Logical assumption, but shouldn't hers be water?
Didn't look like any water I've ever seen.
You really think the wards will keep them out, Navan?
I can't be certain, but I hope so.
Does it always look this way?
No, not at all. I don't know what could have happened. I left a powerful guardian in charge, Ishan.
Awfully quiet. Was it just Ishan?
No, we should be hearing laughter and song and crackling fires. There was a large group taking shelter.
Was being the operative word.
If there's anyone here, we'll find them.
Their faces are horrified. Like they were scared to death. Literally.
Poor bastards. Kicked around their whole lives just to die like this.
Where is Ishan? He was supposed to be protecting these people.
Looks like he abandoned his post.
Or he was first to go.
No, that isn't possible. It's like someone took the square root of -1 and just put it in the sky. What villain would disrespect the laws of physics like this?
Really? That's the thing you're hung up on here?
Look, the universe has rules. Break those rules and nothing, I mean nothing, makes sense. Nothing can be trusted. down is up, up is down, water is dry? Am I still Goric?
You are definitely still Goric. Their faces are blue. Did they all choke?
No. Take a closer look at the cheeks and lips. Swollen. Could be anaphylaxis.
Pretty big coincidence if they were all allergic to the same thing. Maybe...
What happened here? They look like they were in the middle of unpacking.
His chest is... hollow. All the internal organs are gone.
But there's no visible wounds. Where the hell did they go?
Well, don't look at me. You're the death expert.
Died in their sleep.
Smoldering embers in the brazier.
Puts the time of death sometime in the last few hours.
You hear that? Came from over there.
Should we investigate?
Yes, but keep your eyes and ears open. We're not alone here.
No!
Navan. Everything okay?
Ishan? What happened to you?
That's Ishan?
A salt spray dragon! But it's like those creatures outside. A shade.
It apparently brought friends!
Look out! More shades incoming!
It's staggered! Just a few more good blows should bring it down!
Ishan, my friend, please come back to us. We did not survive the horrors of Shiro Tagachi only to have your story end here.
Wait, what did she just say?
That's it. It's over.
Ishan. I'm so sorry I left you to this fate.
The anomaly's vanished. It must have been ambient corruption from the magic in the salt spray.
Ishan was consumed by the same power that will take Suwon. And then all of Tyria. The Void.
The Void?
The force that emerged from the broken dragon cycle. Which, if not stopped, will unwind reality one thread at a time.
Care to tell us how it is you know all this? And what was the magic you used? Never seen anything like it.
I have. When Aurene shielded me against Balthazar's fire, who are you, really?
You deserve the truth. Suwon said I could trust you, but I had to be sure.
Suwon?
You're Suwon's champion.
I am. It's been centuries since I revealed my true form. To a mortal. The last time... well... that mortal was a hero, much like yourself. One who saved me from a terrible fate. Now time is short, but I'm sure you have questions. The Void is raw magic. Chaos incarnate. In the beginning, everything was void. Then the Mother Dragon, Suwon, brought order, splitting the Void into 6 domains of magic. She could not maintain that order alone, so she took on the domain of water and gave the others to the 5 Elder Dragons. It was on that foundation that all material life on Tyria flourished. I'm not certain I can explain it. I become like water. And water can take many forms. We Salt Sprays taught ourselves many tricks over the years. This one is not easy for us. But it is certainly useful. There are times when it's easier to protect if you can blend in among those you're protecting. Live their lives. Ishan always said I was spending too much time in that form. Too much time away. But I learned more every day. The chamber that June built siphoned off Suwon's growing power and used it to fuel Cantha. You might have noticed that this technology has been unreliable lately. That was because the Void was being siphoned off as well, but only into machines, thankfully. Now with Suwon unleashed, its tendrils are working out from her to wind their way through the rest of the world. I don't know. She allowed herself to be contained because he was the only possible option. Without the stability provided by the other Elder Dragons, and with that containment chamber destroyed.
She'll be overwhelmed.
Would it help if we could find another way to siphon off some of that magic?
Using Anka's extractor!
Yes, that might work. It would buy time, at least.
But it means we need to find Anka. Fast.
Kaz, Taimi, were you listening to what Kunavang had to say?
Yes? I have so many questions!
Questions we don't have time for now. We need to find Anka.
She didn't leave us much to work with at the reactor.
And the only Asuran troublemaker on Minsec's radar is standing right here in front of me.
Gorik, you know her better than any of us. Any insights into her personality that might help?
She successfully lured me into an incredibly obvious trap. It's fair to say I don't know her at all anymore. If I ever did.
Hello, Lady Navan? Or Kunavang, I should say. I wanted to tell you about Ishan. He fought it as long as he could. We're only alive because of him.
Thank you.
I overheard you all talking, and I think I might be able to help. I'm Ayumi, and I'm a member of the Kestrels, which means it's my job to know everything that's going on in Echovault. I need to escort these people to Mori Village, but we can talk when I get back.
I'm worried about Gorik. He's so fixated on revenge.
I know. I worry about him too. But I'm keeping an eye on him. I'll make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Ah, hi, Commander. Did Kunavang have anything more to say about the Dragon Cycle?
Not yet. We're working hard to track down Anka right now.
Understood. We're busy over here, too. Busy. Ever since the reactor was destroyed, June's been trying to figure out how to fix it. And see what we built?
I did notice you look a little different.
Yes, Junlai has an entire medtech division. They make braces for conditions like mine. They're incredible. I feel almost no pain when I'm wearing them. I did a little tweaking to the design, added some extra functionality. June's gonna incorporate my changes into Junlai's next model.
To convince Ambassador Siana to talk to the Minister of Agriculture about resilient food systems. I admit, I surprised even myself.
Well, I'm not at all surprised.
I miss
I miss you too. Bedroll's been pretty lonely.
I've got a great big empty bed here at the palace.
No, yeah? You just rubbing that in, or...?
Well, not just.
Hey, I've been experimenting with this really interesting Canthan tech. It's an autonomously driven deconstructor. Breaks down complex items into their component parts.
So, what are you working on here? Looks like some kind of Aetherblade tech.
The Kestrels found it in Echovault, beeping like crazy. I think it's one of those airship transponders Renyak damaged.
There's no way it's from one of ours. That outer shell is too new. Ours were old. Garbage.
No, it's definitely an Aether Blade transponder. Or was at some point. Only an Aether Blade would splice a wire with a used bandage.
How could it possibly be Aetherblade? Renyak could have fixed it up when he got here? I don't know.
Could it help us find Anka?
Maybe. Just need to triangulate the signal destination. You could do that, right?
Can I do it, he asks. We'll get it done, Commander.
Commander, meet me at the entrance when you've got a minute. Ayumi's here with a new report about Anka.
So, you're probably wondering what I'm doing here. I'm glad you asked. Except you didn't. I mean...
Commander, I know I should have checked first, but I thought since Ivan didn't have anywhere else to go...
No. No, of course, Ivan. Maybe you can help us track down Anka and the Aetherblades.
Right. Speaking of which, where is my captain? Is she with you? Is she... is she...
I'm sorry, Ivan.
Don't be sorry for Captain Trin. Be sorry for Anka. You're gonna get her, right?
I'll get her sooner if we're all working together.
Then I volunteer my services to your crew. If I think of anything that can help, I'll let you know.
Commander, I trust you and your friends are comfortable?
Very. The Kestrels have been more than accommodating. Thank you.
Ayumi was just telling me that Anka's been pretty busy since her little escapade in the reactor.
Putting it lightly, she's been sending Aetherblades to meet with both of the criminal gangs here in Echovald.
The Speakers and the Jade Brotherhood. Only thing they agree on is they don't agree on anything.
Except working with Anka, apparently. I should pay these gangs a visit. Ideally, without them knowing.
I've got Kestrels stationed outside each of their camps. Talk to them. They'll get you inside.
I'm gonna head for Mori Village, southeast Echovald. Meet me there when you're done.
Maureen, Kate, did you ever catch up to Suwon?
We did. In the Jade Sea. We're working with the local authorities to keep her from moving beyond Kantha.
They didn't trust us at first. They'd seen the news bulletins blaming Aureen for Suwon's escape. Only took one fairly devastating skirmish with the Void to convince them it was worth believing we were on their side.
They've sent word to Xingzhe to send more forces. We can only hope their government listens. We can't let the Void spread to the rest of Tyria. And the Void follows wherever she goes.
I know. We've already experienced its effects here in Echovald firsthand. We're on Anka's trail now.
Today I am joined by the Minister of Security himself, Minister Lee. Minister, do you think our recent border reopening and the uptake in violence are at all related?
I do. Ever since the outsiders arrived in Canton, we have seen a significant increase in crime.
Based on your last public report, the individuals involved in the Xinjie crash are your leading suspects.
Yes. Our intelligence has led us to believe that they are well versed in trading habits.
Unhinged, he called me. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it.
Joe is going soft. What are we doing?
Oh, this is useless. All of this is completely useless. Everything the salvagers brought back from the last junkyard run is complete and utter trash. Look at this. It's all bent and broken. Oh, they must have just torn it off. Who did this? Literal children?
Actually, yeah. You can pay the village gift for whatever they can bring in.
Your mother called again.
And what did you tell her?
That you were busy. She told me to remind you about your cousin's wedding.
And did you tell her that the wedding is taking place in a very public park in New Kaineng? And that I am a wanted man?
She told me to remind you that if you had just stayed on as the co-founder of the most successful company in Kantha, there'd be no problem with you coming to your cousin's wedding.
So, you used to work in Junlai?
Of course. Until I got a better offer from Chul Mu. Didn't you?
Nope. I used to mess with this stuff as a hobby. Got a reputation in the streets for rewiring security drones. Purely at owner request, of course.
So long as he delivers the weapon.
And if he doesn't?
Then we dispose of him. Same way we do anything that doesn't work like it's supposed to.
There. You better stay fixed this time,
Citizens in Echovald and the Jade Sea are reporting various disturbances following the incident at the Yom reactor. One tourist claimed that she was attacked by a black boa after visiting a Kurzik gravesite. Strong creatures, now vicious.
Brotherhood's moving something to their lab in Fort Aspenwood. Probably a good idea to make sure it doesn't arrive.
Tell her.
So, what is this thing we're delivering?
It would be difficult to explain, Vlad.
Well, you could try.
Very well. It's a resonator, a feedback mechanism for amplification.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Damn! You...
Fight them off! The resonator must make it to Aspenwood! Damn you!
Who are you? What do you want with the resonator?
My head is throbbing. Are you doing that?
A demonstration. They need a demonstration. It seems we get to test your new code. Initiate Jedi protocol.
Discussion. Time. Now. Target analysis. Be advised that Echovold Forest falls outside Ministry of Security jurisdiction.
I'm wounded! Cover my retreat, Ego!
Gateway immersion not detected. Gateway immersion not detected. If you wish to join your Jade brother, you must complete an application. If you wish to join the Jade Brotherhood, you must complete the application.
I am joined again by Ambassador Casimir Meade. Ambassador, ever since the reopening, we've seen sharp increase in violence.
That load of projectors we delivered already sold out.
Really? You should be pricing him higher then.
Oh yeah, Renho is on it. He's already telling folks the price is doubled. The list's still a mile long.
Double our price is still less than Junlai's. And we get all the same channels. Mostly.
Kanda has our full support in investigating exactly what happened. We're confident that the evidence will exonerate them.
Is it true that your own partner is involved in this incident?
That doesn't change my
doesn't work like it's supposed to.
Ongoing tensions between the Speakers and the Jade Brotherhood continue to escalate in Echovold. Both gangs fight for dominance of the forest, putting civilian lives at risk. The group known as the Kestrels aims to quell the gang's unrest, providing protection to civilians in the area.
You...
Meeting went sideways real fast, apparently. Aetherblade had some kind of device that revealed a Kestrel was spying on us. He assumed it was a setup and that we were planning to cheat him.
So, what happened after that?
All I heard's that it ended badly for the Aetherblade. Rest of the story is probably in the security log.
Touch my stuff again and I'll zap you. You won't like it.
Is Shen still moping in his lab?
He is. According to him, you're insipid and small-minded.
He can call me whatever names he wants, so long as he delivers them. Same way we do anything that doesn't work like it's supposed to.
Commander, what did you find at the Jade Brotherhood camp?
They'd captured an Aetherblade, but Anka was after her stolen tech, not the pirate's life. Then she backed out.
Dooming the pirate, while also ensuring the gang kept the stolen technology.
Commander, we found the Aetherblade's camp. Seems Anka's long gone, but there might still be some clues on site.
Good work. I'll head over there soon. Get a look at their defenses.
A score of angry sky pirates with swords and guns. Nothing you can't handle, if I may be so bold.
This one's got you figured, Commander.
Be advised that Echovold Forest falls outside Ministry of Security jurisdiction. Travel at your own risk.